All right, everyone. Welcome to this example of doing a macro. And this one is going to be based on the idea of a repetitive task that can be done over and over again with the hopes of making uh, a project go fast. And one of the examples where this can happen is, say, for example, you have imported data from somewhere. In this case, I have imported names and values. Let's just say that these values are account numbers. It doesn't really matter, but and they're all in the same row. And they're not. You ideally like to have them side by side, where you have name and account number. But as it's written here, it's the number underneath each name. So ideally, I would have this pulled up over here, and then I have to transpose and delete everything up, and then do the next one, and the next one, and the next one. That can get very repetitive and very painful. Well, we should be able to have this be done over and over and over again in Excel through a macro code. And so what we'll do here is we're going to start by using relative references, because we want this to be positional based on wherever we start from. And I want to record a new macro. And in this case, I want the macro to start at the name of the position I want to create. And so I'm going to start there. I'm going to click record macro, and let's call this macro cleanup. And I'm going to use a shortcut key, Control Shift S for this one. I click OK. And so now I'm going to, since we started at this position, I'm going to want it to go to the cell below and move this cell to one position over. All right. And then I'm going to ask this to delete and shift all the cells up. And that's it. It's going to end on the position of the next name. Stop recording. Now let's check to see what the macro is doing. Go to Cleanup, Edit, and let's check it out. Now you'll see that the previous macro is still there because we just created that one in the last video. But here, it's going to say Active Cell Offset now. It's going to go down one cell, and it's going to select that range. And it's going to cut it, and then it's going to move up one cell again, and then over to the right. And then it's going to paste it. And then it's going to take the selection, delete, and shift up. So everything should be okay. So let's run it. If I start here, and I hit Control Shift A, or I'm sorry, it's S, it should do the exact same thing. Now, I just hit that key over and over again, and I can do the entire data set that we were just created in a matter of seconds. That would have taken minutes or longer to do. This wasn't that long of a title list, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But you can get a sense right away of just how much power you can have in that macro to repeat a repetitive task that would have been much more painful had we had to do it manually each and every time. So this is just another example of where macros can be very useful and very beneficial to you in an Excel format. So that's it for this example. The next one we'll be looking at values and creating functions. So thank you.